Hey guys, Greg with Fat Man Little Trail, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about water. Water is super important when you're out on the trails. Sometimes there's water available, sometimes there's not, and you've got to be prepared because you're going to sweat a lot when you're out hiking and exercising and things like that. So you just need to make sure that you have access or plenty of water with you. The first thing you can do, and this is really common, especially for day hikers, is to have a water bladder that fits within your backpack. Has the tube that comes up to your mouth, so you can drink straight out of that, and you carry it right in your backpack. The other way to do that is with just regular Nalgene bottles, or just any brand of bottle, so you're carrying all your water with you. This is great for if you're on a day hike and you've got, a few miles to go. You can carry enough water in and make sure that you have plenty of water for the hike. I always like to bring in at least a couple liters of water, at least 1 liter of water with me on every hike that I go on, because you never know if there's going to be water there, especially living out west in Colorado. Sometimes spring there's water, fall there's no water, so you have to be really careful about relying on being able to find water on the trail. And on a day hike, usually you can carry it without it being too heavy, but obviously you don't want to carry like 5 gallons in or something like that. So that brings us to the next step, is what you do with the water that you find, because you need to make sure that you purify the water. You need to make sure that the water the sources that you're finding, whether it's a stream or a lake or something like that, you don't know if that water's clean. You don't know what little microorganisms are in that water. So it's important to make sure that you have the tools available to clean the water and make sure that it's safe for you to drink, so you don't end up getting yourself really sick and then dehydrating yourself even more. I am not a scientist. I'm going to say that right off the bat. I don't have the budget to have people come out and test all of this stuff and test the claims. So I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to tell you what the options are and about how to use some of the options that are here, that I've collected here. And again, there's a ton of different options out there. There's UV versions. There's other versions that I don't have here. There's a lot of different brands that are out here as well. There's tablets you can put in the water. I don't have any of those because these are just kind of some of the unique ones that I wanted to show off here, in a way that can be educational. Again, I'm not going to test the validity of all of them that say that they clean 99.9%. I'm going to leave that. They have to get those tested scientifically, so I'm going to leave that to them. But I just kind of want to show you what we have available here. So again, you've got your water containers. Let's say you run out of water. What's the next step? So the next step is, I'd say on the easier side of it, you have what's Life Straw. This is one of the more popular brands. It's been around for a little bit now, and they kind of came up with this straw idea. This is nice because it's really lightweight. It's really easy to bring. You just fill a container with some water, put the straw in, and suck through to get the straw. It's going to suck through the filtering that goes right through here. The first time you use it, you've got to suck a couple of times to get the filter, or to get the water to get through those filters and to get it activated and things like that. And then it's really important every time that you're done with it that you make sure you clean it, blow through the straw, get any excess water out of there, because you don't want to store that with the dirty water inside of it, because that's not good for the filters. Another thing that I like to have that's nice and easy, and it's really easy to have along. This one's from Platypus. And this is just kind of a generic that fits onto any Nalgene bottle. The filter, the cones are right inside of here. So then when you put your bottle onto any water, basically any water bottle, it's going to fit. And then you just pop it up, and you've got clean drinking water right there just from using this filter. This is nice because if you find a stream or a creek or something like that, you can just scoop it, and you know that you've got the water filter ability that's going to cover it, and it's not super heavy. It's not very bulky. The only thing that is tricky on this is if you're storing this within your pack just like this, you got to make sure that you don't crack or break any of that. When you're stuffing things into your pack, make sure you protect the filter there. Another thing, when you're looking for water sources, it's important to not just, if you're desperate, maybe you take any water source. But if you're not, if you have a chance to look around and find water source, you want to find water that's moving. If you come to a pond that's still and there's 2 dead raccoons in it, you probably don't want to use that water, even with a filter. But it's important just to find water, try to find water that's the cleanest that you can find going into it, to help the filters do their job as well. and to help it all work a little bit quicker. Moving on to some of the other options that we have, these are a little bit more common. And again, these are just kind of day hiking options or short trip options, 1 day camping options. There's also big 5-gallon things that you can do to filter big jugs of water through gravity and things like that. I'm not going to go over any of those today. But I did want to talk about Sawyer right now that has a squeeze filter. This filter is actually really cool as well because um, it's really easy. It's really small. Fits in a pack really easily. Comes with the reservoir system as well, and then it just squeezes through here, through the filter cartridge, and then you get your clean water that way. I have some demonstrating dirty water. This is my emergency water that I leave in my car. So I'll just fill this up here and show you how it works. When you're in the wild, you're going to want to put this bag down in water and kind of drag it along, because that'll help bring the water into the filter or into the receptacle the way you need it. Simply screw on the squeeze filter, pop your lid here on the squeeze, and then you're just going to squeeze this bag, and it's going to pressurize that water through the filter cartridge, and then it's going to allow that filtered water to come through. They do recommend that you wring this out instead of just squeezing it out to get better water, to get more water in there. Then you put that right down into your whichever bottle that you have so that you're ready to go and you have clean drinking water. Again, with all of these, when you're done with them, you want to make sure that you they come with little syringes so you can blow them out, get all that water out there. You don't want to just sit on the filter the whole time. Similar to the Sawyer squeeze. Oh, another sidebar on Sawyer. They do a really good job. Sawyer does, and I know LifeStraw does. They do really good jobs of when you buy from them. They use proceeds of that to help give people who have dirty water, dirty like regular drinking water, clean water. I know Sawyer goes around to a lot of smaller countries and helps purify their water for them. LifeStraw also has a deal where if you buy, it goes towards um, getting clean water to somebody who doesn't have access to it. Next brand here, Platypus has one. This is very similar to the Sawyer Squeeze. This is called the Platypus Quick Draw. Again, you're going to fill your receptacle with your dirty water here. Pop off your dirty side lid. What I like about the Platypus one is it says dirty here on the bag, so you know you have dirty water. It says dirty right here on the cartridge, so you know which side to connect to the dirty side. And get that into place. Pop it upside down. Let it charge up that filter a little bit. You can pop your squeeze there and squeeze, and again, you have filtered water that is coming through. Again, nice and lightweight. Has this 1 liter reservoir, so you can get a liter of water from this. Doesn't take up too much space in your pack because you basically have this cartridge and an empty filter or reservoir right there. And it's lightweight, which is nice and easy to handle there. Moving on to another lightweight option. This is good. I think this would be good for runners or also hikers and people like that. This is from LifeStraw. This is their collapsible water bottle. So if you're worried about space, this doesn't take up very much space at all. Once you put it into your pack, you can collapse it down to nice and small. Cartridge is built into the receptacle there. And again, very simple. This one is fill up your dirty water receptacle. Screw on your filter cartridge, and then this one you can actually take off there. You got a squeeze top there that you can. Thought you could squeeze the water, maybe not. All right, well, I can't get that one to work right now. That's probably a me problem. I haven't read the directions. I actually just opened this right now. But we'll get this water going through here in a second. Let's see. There we go. Just took a minute for that cartridge to charge up, and now I've got nice clean water coming through. And then I'll be able to drink the water directly like that through your filtered water. Another option from LifeStraw, this is for more of, you're going on vacation, you want to have a water bottle with you, but you also want to have a filter. This isn't part of their Go line. It comes with, a stainless steel water bottle and then a filter cartridge within the handle. This one is pretty self-explanatory, obviously. You're going to put it in there, put your water in there, and now you twist off the secondary top, and you're going to have filtered water coming through there as well. The last one I wanted to show you, this one is new to me. This is Grail. This is their GeoPress, which is really cool. So this water filter bottle and cartridge fits within this section here. I took it out because it's a little tight, so there's some pressure in there, but I'll tell you exactly why here in just a second. Once you separate them, you'll take this cup here and scoop up your water or find your dirty water, creek or a lake or however you want to get to it. Again, we'll pretend that's dirty right there. And then this one, you're actually going to use a little bit of your own strength and press the filter down. And it takes, they said, about 8 seconds. You want to turn the top about a quarter turn to get the air pressure out of there so that you can actually push this water through the filter. The dirtier that the water is, the longer it's going to take to filter. But as you get your body weight and your strength on there, you're starting to pull the water up through. This works best if you get down. I might not be able to get you the leverage that you need on this table, but if you put it on the ground, you can get your body weight on there. This makes the filtering process go really quick. They say that you can do 5 liters. It's 5 liters per minute or something. I don't remember. I will have it on my website at fatmanlittletrail.com. I'm not going to do all of it. Well, I guess I'll do all of it. It's a good little workout, so I'm not going to do all of it. Anyway, so now you've got water coming out of your top part, and that is all filtered water, which is really nice. The thing that I like about the Grail, one is that, that pressure, that water pressure gets that water through there pretty quickly. Again, I was at like 8 seconds of trying to pull that through. Oops, excuse me. I was at about 8 seconds, and I got pretty much a half bottle of this through there. This cup, actually, you can cook with that too. So now if you're going out on like an overnight, you've got your water filter and you've got spot to cook your coffee, spot to cook your soup or anything like that, which just gives it another option of being versatile and things like that. So anyways, these are a couple of the different ways that you can protect yourself by having cleaner water out on the trail. A lot of them are really lightweight. A lot of them are really small, so you can fit them in your pack and bring them with you every time, because the water is so important to have on your trails, and making sure that you have clean water will be a lifesaver if you get caught out there for a long time and you don't want to carry 5 gallons of water in with you, because that'll get really heavy. I will have a more thorough review of all of these different products on my website at fatmanlittletrail.com. I hope to see you on a trail real soon. Until then, happy hiking.